good evening. Ira Epstein, and here we are with your metal market wrap-up. And this wrap-up is for the evening of Monday. We're at the 2nd of June, 2025. All right, my friends. So as we look at what these markets are doing, and you have to take into account all the events of the weekend. You opened lower in the stock market. The taco trade took over. Traders started buying the market off the break of the tariff talk, and away you went to the upside one more time. Now, eventually, the president won't allow that taco trade, Trump always chickens out, to take place. We'll see if this is it. I can tell you that Europe is running into a delegation coming to the United States. We have a delegation that's going to meet with the European Union. I think it's in Paris, and we will find out if we can do anything. But the European Union is preparing their own problems for the United States with their sanctions, so we will see what goes on. Metals took off on that news, and silver finally got into that trade where it started catching up with the gold market advance. On the energies, you had another reason for the metals to rally. Prices in energy went up. The market's absorbing the fact that there's only so much more that OPEC's going to do, and the market right now in the summer uses a lot of the energy, so maybe the market doesn't have to break much more. That's not the news the president wanted to hear. And you're back up into a zone of resistance in the natural gas. So for tomorrow, the news of the day will be Red Book Group will come out with their weekly retail sales at 7:55. Then we get the factory orders data for April. That's at 9 o'clock. The JOLTS report, job openings and labor turnover survey, that's going to come out at 9 o'clock. And the report, in the last report, was there were 7.192 million jobs. The market will look at that, try to get a feel. Did labor weaken with all this tariff talk? Did it pick back up? Where are we? And last, you'll get the API energy stocks report from the independent agency. That's the American Petroleum, coming out at 3:30 in the afternoon. All right. So let's go to the chart action and see just what we have. If you look at gold, this is an area chart of closes. And as you can see, if the market were to finish here, it'd be a new high close. You're already up on the week, 2.92%. You're up on the month for that amount as well because it's the first day of the month. When you take a look at the bar chart here, you're not yet approaching these all-time highs. The market has come up very nicely. It most certainly is in an uptrend, and it's been in one. If I take away today's action, just to give you an idea, this is how you look coming in. You had higher lows, higher highs. You've been in a bullish configuration, right? And this is what it's done so far. Next, the moving averages. So where the market finished itself up just last week was it was sitting here right at the 18-day average. Now what the market is doing is it's fighting a battle. It did that for how many days at that number? And it's broken out to the upside. I pointed that out to you last week too. The Bollinger Band is right above the market at 34, 30, 50. Therefore, when I look at where the momentum is, which is overbought, and the market approaching that, that's where I'm expecting the resistance to stick in. Does that mean it can't go higher? No, but you only stay over that band 5% of the time. It is not a number I'm saying to go short at. It is most certainly a number I expect to see profit taking by those long, take some money off the table there. The gold-silver ratio. You fought a battle last week right through here. You can see this, and I'm still using June gold, July silver. It's still the lead month. I could change it maybe tomorrow, we'll see, but I wanted to finish it up with you here. And you're fighting your battle right there, and again, it's breaking down. The lower this number goes, it means silver's getting stronger than gold. You need fewer ounces of silver. Up here, you were over 100 ounces. Now you're down to 97. It's only 3 ounces, but it tells you that silver is buying you more gold. When you look at July silver, well, we had a breakout day today. This is the first day the market stuck itself and stayed over the upper Bollinger Band other than back here. When it did it here, it fell right back into the band. If it's a true breakout to the upside, you have to take out today's highs and close literally near the highs of the day tomorrow. That's what it would have to do to be a breakout. Then this becomes a base for the market to move even higher. We're not there yet, but it's something that I have to point out. In the copper market, not the same world at all. You went up to the upper Bollinger Band, you didn't close in that top part of the range, and you're pulling back into the band. But all of these markets in the metals are saying, until you take out the lows that you made last week, this market's looking more and more like bottoms are in place at this point in time. The platinum market didn't participate, but why should it have? It had run way earlier than any of the markets, so now it's finishing up a correction phase. It had lost its bullish embedded reading. Before it gets back here, I wouldn't be surprised that you get a break back into the 1036 area as it tries to base itself out. And in the dollar index, keep your eye on this. It's very oversold. You're approaching a Bollinger Band. Will this be another successful test of this whole area, or are we going to break down and able to close the market under the 9,800 level, which then could be saying the market wants to drop even further and maybe get itself under the 90 zone towards a possible of 88. And that would be my next projected decline. Doesn't mean it has to go there, but if it's going to continue that path, that is the next what we call price count. So that is something to definitely think about. So you put it all together. Remember, today was a strong up day. Oftentimes, after a strong Monday, you get what's called a turnaround Tuesday for a while, or an attempt to give back some of that, and that's what we're trying to do at the beginning in the stocks. Remember, you'll get my market letter, you can get the Linn letters, you can get our price counts. All you need to do is go to our website, sign up for the free offers that you decide to have. There's a link up here. Just do it from there. And I'm Ira Epstein. You have yourself a great evening. I'll catch up with you in the other videos and in the morning when we put out our morning video as well. Take care.